cup of coffee in the Williams hospitality suite the other day with Isabel Postins, who I should be going to her marriage in December in England. She's very happy with her job at Williams, just loves it, goes to about half the races.
Make a nice toast for all of us. Oh, big lockup from Roman Grosjean. He's had an eventful day.
Yeah.
Look at the price you pay.
Oh boy.
Track position.
There's the top two, and of course now Vettel's got the DRS operating.
Yep. Well, it was 1.3 seconds the gap on the previous lap. I think it's significantly less than that. Gordon Ramsay, isn't it?
Gordon
Celebrity
Ramsay.
chef Gordon Ramsay, as I'm allowed to call him.
Get back in the kitchen.
Is he knocking? I was just going to say,
There's a celebration coming up for McLaren. Maldonado and Senna, the Williams teammates. Must be said, this year has been a breath of fresh air for the proud Williams team, many-time Constructors champions. Right now it's Maldonado and Perez, 10th and 11th. One car in the points, one just out. Senna, watch for Maldonado, his teammate. Where is he? There he is.
Hello.
Gently, boys.
yeah, remember you're both in the same team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those tyres aren't quite close enough together, really. Blimey.
Good stuff from above.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow, that is hair-raising action between two team members.
I think turn one has done just about everything anybody could have asked from it. Except, of course,
Yeah, it's a beautiful corner.
give it the name that's been suggested, Phil Hill.
Love the elevation change. I love the crest at the top and the blind apex, and then setting up the car down as 2 for the S's. It's a wonderful signature corner.
We've talked this weekend about the beautiful tower that graces the performing amphitheater at mid-track. Another signature of this track designed by Miro Rivera Architects. I spoke with the architects during our time in Austin, and he said now other Formula One tracks around the world are asking for something similar. Can we have a tower or something like it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, there should be traffic free till the end of the race now. 3 laps to go at the end of this lap.
Well, with that, it's time for a final thought from our man in the Formula One pit lane. Boots, buckle, and hat in hand. Here's Will Buxton.
Boots, Buckle and Buxton. You know what, they said that no one would come to this. They said the traffic would be horrible. They said the tyres were wrong and the racing would be horrific. I tell you guys, if this is as bad as it gets, my God, there's going to be an amazing future for Formula One in the United States here at Austin, Texas. What a race. Absolutely phenomenal. Over 100,000 people here today. The traffic has flowed freely. America has a new home, and it is right here in Texas.
Thanks, Will, and congratulations. A tip of the hat to Will Buxton for playing a key role in a big charity fundraiser Friday night in downtown Austin, Texas, and hopefully raised a lot of money for a good cause.
Boy, it's absolutely right. Jensen Button radio.
Guys, we're wasting a lot of lap time by not being able to use all of the curves.
Losing a lot of lap time by not being able to use all of the curves, wasting a lot. The same, probably suffering with reliability concerns in the car and wanting to preserve the system. And these closing laps, perhaps the battery is starting to overheat on the system. Felipe Massa, however, he seems to be doing all right in the F2012. Fastest lap of the race, a 140.050.
Well, Jensen Button was making ground on Felipe, using those softer tyres, and I thought he'd probably catch Felipe, but obviously Massa has really responded well, no doubt Rob Smedley in his ear, and he's still 5 seconds in front, so Button, no hope. But Button actually going to have a pretty good result, 5th from 12th on the grid, having had that mechanical problem in qualifying. But Sebastian Vettel, who had set the fastest lap just before Felipe Massa, not giving up with just a couple of laps to go.
Couple of laps to go, and that gap, David, now 35.7 seconds, 35.7 seconds to third place Alonso. Hamilton sets fastest lap with 2 laps remaining at 39. There is only one car in the 39s, and it's the McLaren.
Pastor Maldonado getting very close to the car ahead. 2 laps remaining.
These guys, of course, can all use their DRS.
Catering gone by as though it was chained to the fence.
Pastor Maldonado trying to get around Nico Hulkenberg.
Turning onto the straightaway, we've seen 200-mile-an-hour speeds in the speed trap at the far end of this track.
Felipe Massa sets the fastest lap again at a 39.7, so he's really not giving up.
No. Massa in the 39s, Hamilton in the 39s. There are now two cars, but wow, what a performance from Massa.
There's Anthony Hamilton, Lewis's father. And there are the constructors' standings as they run.
Yeah.
Well, I bet old Christian Horner's foot's going like berserk at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Off the rev limiter, I think.
He celebrated his 39th birthday this weekend, did Christian Horner of Great Britain. And he'll celebrate more this weekend.
Red Bull have this wonderful tradition now of inviting the public into the reception of the Milton Keynes factory to see and look at the Constructors' Championship trophy. There it is in a trophy cabinet right in the middle of the reception. And they've always said the door is open, you want to come in and see it and take a photograph, come in, there it is for all to see. What a fabulous, fabulous gesture from the team.
Absolutely, because that's not common up and down the pit lane.
No, it is not.
Christian Horner's a local lad, lived in the same town as I lived in, went to the same school as my buddies and godson, Daniel Sadiq. And Alonso, boy, I mean, there he is. He's 37 seconds behind, but he's 8 seconds in front of his teammate, so just having a fantastic drive. Hamilton sets the fastest lap again at a 39.7. So Vettel's got one last shot right now, coming through turn 11. Will he be able to use the DRS? He may be just a little bit too far back.
It's shown the gap as 1.8. It is now 38 seconds, the gap to third.
No wings lock now. Because he made so much complaining about Hamilton getting by that he should have stayed closer to him on the lap that Hamilton did get by, and he could have used the DRS on Hamilton, but he didn't.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Lewis Hamilton won the last running of the United States Formula One Grand Prix at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in 2007. Now it appears he will win the first U.S. Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Last man to win a U.S. Grand Prix at two different locations, Ayrton Senna, who did it at Detroit and Phoenix, two of the many street circuits that have hosted Formula One in the United States. What a day for Lewis Hamilton and McLaren, inaugural winners of the U.S. Grand Prix here in Austin. Well done.
What a display these two guys put on. They beat Fernando Alonso by 38 seconds. I mean, that is absolutely outstanding.
Fast lap honors will go to Sebastian Vettel. Now, what will Ferrari do going to Brazil to try to pull out this Drivers' Championship?
Boy, I'm amazed that Alonso finished up third. I would never have thought he'd be on the podium, not starting that far back.
Well, Alonso said before the race he thought he could outscore Vettel, and he got awfully close.
Boy, he did. You're right.
And here comes his teammate, Felipe Massa, who went through so much anguish this year. Will he or won't he be back with Ferrari? He will be, and he gets better with every race. This is for 8th place. Hulkenberg ahead, Maldonado and the Williams. Behind Maldonado, Bruno Senna apparently will make it 2 Williams cars in the points. There they are.
This is going to be pretty close. Hulkenberg should be able to hang on there pretty easy. Then the 2 Williams, that's great for them for the constructors' points.
Yep.
And great for Bruno Senna, because as I say, he's kind of driving for his job now, and he put on a very good display today that cannot have done him any damage at all with the team.
Okay, Lewis, that was absolutely fantastic. Awesome drive. That was absolutely fantastic. We were owed that one. Absolutely awesome. Well done.
That was amazing, guys. Woo-hoo! That was wicked. Thank you so much. Fantastic pit stop. Great job all weekend. We definitely deserved that one, guys. We definitely did. Thank you.
Well, they said he was owed it, and he certainly was.